I'm going to train legs shortly, and I figured I'd show you a little bit of my warm-up. Since I'm leaving from home today, I can do my warm-up here at home, my stretches, and figured I'd put it on video so I could share it with you all. So I just start with basically some yoga moves. The first thing I do is, I don't know what these are called, windshield wiper knees. This is technically not a official traditional yoga pose. I tell people, pretend you're lying on the beach and you want your feet on the floor, your knees bent. You can lean back on your hands, kind of seated on your tailbone. And you're just gonna rock your knees back and forth. And as you rock your knees back and forth, you're actually rolling all the way over your glute medius on either side. So it's almost like foam rolling your glute medius in a way. It's not quite as intense as using a lacrosse ball, but you still get some little bit of a like massaging effect on your glute medius, and then a little bit of internal and external rotation in your hips, which I find that I need the stretching on my external rotators. Actually, my internal rotators get tight because I tend to spend a lot of time in external rotation, as we all do. We don't really think about it, but pretty much anytime you're just sitting there, driving, sitting at your desk, your feet kind of splay out and you're in external rotation. So when you go to rotate inward, you feel that these are tight. So that's what I start with. No set amount, just, maybe a minute or so of this movement. And then I like to come down and do a couple knees to chest on either side, and then add some movement. You can maybe make circles with your knee. All of this is what we call dynamic stretching, as opposed to static stretching. So you're moving around, you're getting your muscles ready to work rather than trying to lengthen them. And then you can, depending on your level of flexibility, warm up your hamstrings, stretch those out a little bit. If you have a strap, you can always put that on around the bottom of your foot. Warm that up. And then you can do a little external, internal rotations and some twisting back and forth. And there's no like real rhyme or reason or prescribed way to do this. It's a matter of getting your joints loosened up and your muscles a little warm before you start training them. And when you do start training, obviously you're not gonna go all in at once. You're gonna warm up gradually and work up to your training weight. So I'm gonna do this on the other side. Same thing. The second side tends to get shortchanged, I know. So you don't have to exactly follow along with me. Once you know what these moves are, you can do them on your own and spend more or less time, depending on what your body needs on any given day. And then the twist. It's a good thing about having the yoga background. I have all these mobility moves up my sleeve. We don't call them yoga, we'll just call them mobility. Won't tell anyone we're doing yoga. Your secret's safe with me. All right, and then I'd like to take both knees up to my chest. This is great actually for digestion as well. If you have any digestive issues, you can alternate holding one knee and then the other knee. In fact, the name for this pose is wind removing pose, Apasana, which sounds really cool in Sanskrit, but that's what it translates to, is wind removing pose. So watch out who's around you at the gym while you're doing this. And then once I've done that, I might come up and do a few cat-cows, just warming up the spine. The important thing with this is you sync your breath. So you exhale as you round. You think about hollowing everything out, bringing your belly button up toward your spine. And then inhale as you arch and look up. And then you can do this at your own pace, syncing your breath with the movement. This is called cow. This is cat pose, like a scared cat that arches up. And you can take in a few bird dogs, also called sunbird in yoga. And then turn it into a dynamic stretch where you're exhaling as you bring your knee and elbow together, inhaling as you come out straight. You do like 3 or 5 on each side, starting to warm up the muscles in the core. This is a great stability exercise. Think about it, but your core includes like your quads and your glutes. It's all those muscles in the center of your body, so not just your abs and low back. And you want to try to keep your hips aligned while you're doing this. I know I'm probably tilting, but, and come back. This is called child's pose. It's also a nice low back stretch. And if you extend your arms out, you've got a good lat stretch in there as well. And you can engage the lats more by pressing into the floor and pulling back with the fingers. Not that we're warming up the back today, but everything sort of comes into play when you're training legs. And then from here, you can come up into a downward facing dog. The important thing with down dog is to keep the upper body long. So it's those same long arms like you had in child's pose. And then the knees can be bent as much as you need to bend them, depending on your hamstring flexibility. And I like to just walk it out. You're kind of stretching out the calves, alternating pressing one ankle down at a time. Also getting the hamstrings loosened up a little bit. And then if you're feeling adventurous, come into a 3-legged dog. Lift one leg up and then rotate your whole torso so you're opening up that whole hip. Let that arm sort of dangle. I've got the wall in my way here. And I'll show you from the other side. Come straight up. And then you're just gonna open up your chest and your hip toward the sky. And a look under your armpit here. And come back, walk your feet up. Just hang forward. Leave a little bend in the knees.
If you need to, you can put your hands on your shins. Kind of warming up, lengthening the hamstrings, and then bend the knees and roll all the way up. Take a full body stretch, maybe a little back bend. And there you go. Your legs are ready to go